Okay. Well, I guess since we are talking Marvel, we've had a lot of Marvel rumors come about the last couple of days. These are all rumors, but I'm going to say take them with giant grains of salt. But and have some things going on with it, and I did kind of want to talk about them. So let me bring it up. So there's a website here, a lot of you might know, comicbookmovie.com. They get stuff right. So let's start off with one of the things that we first heard. So rumor here. Moon Knight, MCU's future possibly revealed along with Marvel Studios' plan for Ghost Rider. So this is going to be one of the first ones, and we got other ones involving X-Men and other projects. Okay, so the Moon Knight thing is definitely happening. Moon Knight is coming back. There was a couple of weeks ago that a guy who works for Marvel Television said these things. Here we go. This is from Marvel, so this isn't part of the rumor part, but he said here, I think Marvel Television has happened in waves, and I think Moon Knight happened in a wave of shows that were going to establish characters that would tie into the future, explained Marvel Television boss Brad Winbrom. Recently, moving forward, our priorities have shifted. We're making shows as shows that can exist as annual releases, more like television. He continued before promising there are plans for Moon Knight down the road. All right, so that happened. Moon Knight is for sure coming back. Whether it doesn't look like it's going to be for season 2 of his show, and it's already been so many years, or at least it feels that way. Not going to happen. I think the thing they were setting up for was that Midnight Suns was characters like that coming in, but I just don't feel like it's built up enough or there's enough demand where it would be good as an own solo movie right now. But Moon Knight is coming back. I don't think it's going to be in Doomsday or Secret Wars, but I think there will be something. If anything, we'll probably get the Midnight Suns as a show instead of a movie with the way all that's being set up. Now we had the Ghost Rider thing. Ghost Rider also got revealed by a pretty reliable source, Cosmic Circus. You guys have heard me talk about them before. They actually have really good sources, and most of what they say ends up coming true. So this one I believe a little bit more. But they did let us know that they say here, remaining in the supernatural corner of the MCU, Nicolas Cage is reportedly locked in to return as Johnny Blaze. The report says it won't happen in Avengers Doomsday, so either place your bets for Avengers Secret Wars or Spider-Man 4, seen as a team-up, has previously been rumored with the Wall Crawler's next solo adventure. Now, again, that's going back to it. So it looks like we are going to be getting Ghost Rider coming back, and I fully believe that. If I had to place my money on it, the first appearance will be that Nicolas Cage, and it'll be a Secret Wars thing. They'll bring him back and do something in Secret Wars and have him alongside a lot of the classic first Marvel movies that were made, right? So we'll have Ghost Rider next to Tobey Maguire, next to Hugh Jackman, and that'll just be a nice come full circle moment. Who wouldn't want that, dude? You still got to admit, that movie's pretty cool. Love it or hate it. That effect was cool. Nicolas Cage was cool in it. But the part that scares me is Spider-Man 4. Because again, reminder, if they go with the route that Spider-Man 4 takes place on Battleworld, there is a real possibility then Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider would be the Ghost Rider teaming up with Spider-Man in that movie, who, again, they have it here, would be an agent of Mephisto before he sets on his own path. That's how they could do multiverse story, because it would be Nicolas Cage from a different movie universe, but it's Battleworld, so they're all combined. He's there. And there has been story issues where I think it's One More Day or Brand New Day, where Spider-Man makes a deal with Mephisto to save the life of Aunt May, and he gets his identity back, like his secret identity. Obviously, the MCU would change it up, but I mean, we know eventually they got to reverse the spell with Zendaya, right? With MJ. What if that's how he does it? He goes to Mephisto, comes across him, and says, "I want MJ to remember me." He's like, "Okay, we can make that happen, but it's going to cost you." Come in, Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider. Sounds so awful. So awful. But you know the normies would eat that up. A trailer with Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider and Tom Holland Spider-Man? It's making that money. Is it the Spider-Man story you want? No. Would it make money? Would people show up? Unfortunately. So don't put it past them. But that's where the rumor is kind of stemming from, and that's a wild route they could take with it, right? Okay. So there was that. Then we had these kind of crazy ones that is coming from Jeff Snyder, who again I say up and down with their sources and whatnot. But according to him, this is the cast for the X-Men movie. And I don't hate it. I don't hate it. So here we have Harris Dickinson as Cyclops, Sadie Sink as Jean Grey, Margaret Qualley as Rogue, Julia Butters as Kitty Pryde, and Jesse Plemons as Beast. Here they are, all rolled up so you could see them. I will admit, I'm not familiar with what's his name? Harris Dickinson. Not familiar with him, and I think Julia Butters as well. The rest of them, I know, and I'd be happy with. Jesse Plemons as Beast is honestly a choice I did not see coming, but also it's a situation, Marvel's going to CGI him all the way. It won't be a Kelsey Grammer situation where they put him in makeup and all that stuff. Would have been cool, but not really. They're not going to do that. Margaret Qualley as Rogue would be pretty good. I hope they give her the Southern accent. I like the Southern accent. Sadie Sink as Jean Grey, almost like spot on. It's almost just like who's the famous redhead working right now. Okay. I will say, though, the age difference looks pretty big, at least with this photo. But maybe that's something that can be worked out. I wouldn't mind it. Even if this rumor doesn't end up becoming true on the casting choices, I still kind of like this lineup for the X-Men movie. This would be a good group of people to throw in because I really want my respect to Scott Summers. I really want Cyclops to shine and be out there. Rogue is obviously somebody that I would want done, and I wonder if they're going to throw in the Captain Marvel origin. They have the perfect opportunity to do that in like Secret Wars because there's going to be like 3 or 4 different Captain Marvels. She could take, because in the comics, Rogue has the ability obviously to steal powers, right? She takes abilities, and the way she got her hair, well, I don't know if her hair, but the way she got the powers of flight and all that stuff was stealing Captain Marvel's abilities. I don't think she'll do that to Brie Larson, but she could do that to Binary. She could do that to the other Captain Marvel-like characters, and that's how they could explain it. Let me see. I think that was her name, right? Binary? Yeah. Dude, we could see Rogue just... I can fly now. With a Southern accent. It could happen. You could do that down. So, those were some that were out there. I'd like to believe it, but I honestly think we're still so far out from this because we're not seeing X-Men till after Secret Wars. So I don't even think they're going to start making this movie or working on it till 2027, 2028. And so right now, this early in advance, I don't think it is, unless they're planning to be introduced in Secret Wars as one of the planets. And then when everything mushes and becomes one and they do the soft reboot, they exist in there. Because that's how we think Fantastic Four will join the main MCU. They'll bring back to life some dead people like Iron Man or Captain America. Just recast them. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Harris. Oh, he was in Iron Claw? I didn't recognize him. Thank you for letting me know. So he was one of the brothers? Okay, I didn't recognize him. So then I am familiar with him. All right, cool. He was an Iron Claw. Thank you for letting me know that, Lucas. I did not know. Let me see. I think that was all the rumor roundup. Let me just double check one more time. Oh, there was also these. Okay, yeah, I do have these as well. More MCU rumors still coming up. On the Hawkeye side of things, it was being rumored that Daredevil Born Again is going to lead into a season 2 for the show. Let me see if I can look that up. So I liked Hawkeye the show. I didn't think it was too bad. It was honestly a nice Christmas show. Yelena was great in it. Obviously love Haley Steinfeld. But here we have Marvel Studios' pitch for Hawkeye Season 2 was reportedly a Die Hard-inspired adventure where Clint Barton and Kate Bishop are trapped in one location fending off hordes of assassins. The story is set during Christmas with Clint's brother, Barney Barton, as the main villain. Ooh. I would love that. So this one's coming from Daniel RPK, another reliable source in there. Stuff right, stuff wrong. Okay, couple of things in that. So the first season was Christmas inspired, right? There was a lot of Christmas stuff in there. To have that theme carry on for every season, and now they go with a Die Hard inspired adventure, dude, that's brilliant. Because, you've heard the argument from movie fans, right? That like Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Believe what you want on that. I'm think you're perfectly fine in thinking that. But now leaning into that, making it very Christmassy and going with the Die Hard vibe where they're stuck in one location and every episode you're just kind of building onto that story. Oh, I like that. That's pretty cool. I would not mind that. I like that idea. Uh, and someone said that's Red Arrow though. Is that? I don't think that's red. Is that? That'd be so funny. I gotta assume there's a that, and then they would all if it's a family member to Clint Barton. That also goes with what happened in the first show because they gave us some insight to how he met his wife, and looks like she was a Shield agent, and that's how they got together. Okay, so I like that idea for Hawkeye season 2. Let's see here. And the swordsman is in Born Again. There was reports that he's in Daredevil Born Again, and Kingpin was in Hawkeye. So I guess it would make sense that stuff in Born Again could lead into, but as watching the whole show, I don't know what storyline they could tear off from that, but we'll see. Next up, from there, we got some Miss Young Avengers stuff. So let's see here. It says, according to Cosmic Circus, Alex Perez, I heard that Billy and Tommy reuniting will play out similarly as it did in the comics, during the middle of a mission at the most random possible moment. Okay. Insider also explained that the team, who may be called champions in the MCU, likely won't assemble until Secret Wars, meaning the artwork we see, that's that leaked artwork, the let's see, Doomsday leak, that artwork of like the whatchamacallit right here of the Young Avengers with Kate Bishop, Cassidy, I would say her name wrong, Speed Wiccan, and Miss Marvel. So they're saying that might be an image from Secret Wars. Oh, I don't mind it. It all depends on the dynamic. I know this was one of the images that got a lot of flack, and people are like, "I don't care. I don't want to see them. I don't give a crap about them." If their chemistry is good and it's fun, why not? I really kind of like the babysit angle with Chris Pratt and Wong. Probably gonna tell them, "Hey, don't do that. All right, watch out," or "Come on as a team." I think that sounds kind of fun, but it could get annoying really fast too. Okay. Meaning the artwork was something also most certainly Multiverse Saga's finale rather than Doomsday. Interesting. As for Kate Bishop, Perez suggests that Daredevil Born Again storyline could set the stage for Hawkeye season 3. And then we just read that idea for what they were planning, the Christmas Die Hard story. Okay, now this is some Hulk stuff. Moving over to a different corner of the MCU, Perez has addressed She-Hulk's role in the Avengers movie, says Jennifer Walters doesn't want to be an Avengers, but circumstances force her to join the team, likely as a result of Doctor Doom taking over, which is left. It says here, he also hints at the plans for Savage Hulk's return and tempers expectation for a World War Hulk. Dude, we've been hearing about this World War Hulk movie or project. I just think the rights issues with the Hulk are holding it back. It sucks, though. It sucks that we can't get that done. Following the mixed response of She-Hulk Attorney at Law and Brave New World, that's not overly surprising, as Marvel Studios might have dropped the ball on setting up that particular tale. Well, I mean, duh. Especially with Brave New World having 80-90% Hulk characters, and you're like, but we don't need the Hulk in there. Great move. Great move. All right, final thing they say here. Finally, Perez was asked about the possibility of Doomsday and Secret Wars showing live action characters interacting with animated variants. He believes there's a very big chance it happens, as Marvel has been doing tests for live action and animation interacting screen. Ooh. It could look, they're saying it could look a lot like what Miss Minutes looks like in the Loki series. Dude, there's been this weird rumor floating around for a while that like Spider-Man 2099 from the Spider-Verse movies is somehow going to show up in these Avenger films. And I'm just like, huh? And if they go with the animated look, I guess. I mean, we had Donald Glover pop up in the Spider-Verse movies, so maybe it could look good, but it's just like, it sounds so ambitious and crazy. I do not want to be the Russo brothers trying to pull all this off, because I still don't know what Doomsday and Secret Wars is just going to be like. It sounds like a lot, but hey, let's have it happen, man. Let's have it. So those are some of the Marvel rumor roundup. Like I said, take all this with a grain of salt. Could happen, could not. I really like that Hawkeye story. I did not read that until right now. Let me know what you guys think about all those rumors, and hit that like button, buddy. Hit that like button.